How's it going today, guys? Today we're working on a little lathe project. Basically got it on the tripod. This should slip in here. This one's got a little bit of a burr, but to slip on. And then this is a 14 millimeter threading, so I can screw it into a head. So I can check ignition timing, basically. Make sure we're on top dead center. I've already made a little run of these, and today we're going to do a video of making one. So stay tuned. I'm going to get started here. I will forewarn you that my lathe is kind of loud, so just heads up. Alright, so I have some 5/8 round stock in here, and I'm going to basically face off this end real quick, and then we'll get started by turning this down so I can use my tap to run it on there. I don't have metric gear set up on here to thread with to make a metric thread. I could do standard or US threads. So I'll get started, face this off, pull it out a bit, dike them, make my measurement, and kind of go from there. All right, again, it's going to get a little noisy. Here we go. Alright, we got that done, so let me scoot it out, re-look at my measurements, and see what my plan was here. I don't have it off. I don't remember it off the top of my mind where I needed to do that. It's hanging out just a hair more than I would like, but we'll get it. All right. Three eighths. That doesn't work out too well. That's pretty close. Alright, I also want to add that it is kind of chilly out here, so my dikem is not drying very well. But I got a little line on there. We'll figure it out as we go. So I need to turn that all down to half inch, 551. 551. All right, so here we go. First cut. See where we're at. 6.0. So I got about 50 thou to go, a little less, 49 thou. So let's get started here. Should be about 40 thou. Let's see where we're at. Yep. So this is showing I need to go about 5 thou. So take another skim cut. I imagine we're flexing a little bit, but that's fine with me. Where I want to be. Okay. Well, in case it didn't record that, which I don't think it did because I hit the record button and it started recording then. All I did was locked my headstock in, which I'm going to take off before I forget. And I just threaded this so that way it could screw into a drill, a head using a 14mm spark plug, which is fairly common. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come along here, center drill it real quick with a center drill. Then I'm going to drill this to 3/8, about, I think it's about an inch long. Let me look at my print. 1 3/8. So I'm going to lay out, put a mark on my drill bit, run it in, and then we'll be pretty much done with it, short of parting it off. And I don't have a part off blade yet, still. I should say still. I should really get onto that. So I'm going to hacksaw it off, take the piece, flip it around, and face it off. Got a little bit more work behind after that, but first let's get this done. Alright, so we're going to try a slightly different view when drilling this. Alright, we'll turn it on. far enough that it'll catch the tip of that 3/8 drill bit. So let's set it all up for that. All right, now I'm going to get started on drilling. I have a line marked right here, and it's going to take 2 hands. Otherwise, I'd put it up on the turret tailstock again. So let's get going. And that's a little bit of a problem. I need to figure out how to mitigate that issue. Alright, so I went ahead and trued it up, rounded the edge so it doesn't have a burr on there. Need to clean up the middle, but we'll move on to... So working with what I have here, I got a bolt to raise up an indicator holder. So let's go. I realize I got a little bit of run out on the drill press, but we'll run with it, see how it goes. Alright, here we go. Alright, now we'll switch over to the drill bit. I'm tapping these to 8/32. I have some brass screws, and there we go. All right, here we go. Give it a little bit of WD-40. Not a little much more than I expected, but Get right there, and we're through. All right. Now we'll move on to the next step. All right, guys, so I took them and I cleaned them up with 120. And next we're going to go ahead and run a tap through it to get it set. Then I have some gun bluing super glue over here. Got a little Allen wrench to slip in and hold them. And in the end, it'll turn out something like this. Nicely blued, little set screw. So I'll go ahead and finish this one where I can see it kind of. So hopefully my breathing isn't going to affect this video. Make sure you get them in there tight. Bought this old palm green vise at a garage sale. It's kind of a trick to do with a camera right in front of you, but I should have put a little oil on it, but I don't have a way to clean the oil back off in the house here. It's kind of crooked. All right. I need to make a handle for it. I'm just gonna deburr it here. No sharp edges. Give it a quick blow. Make sure it doesn't. There we go. Hook it on. And there we go. Dry it off real quick. Nicely blued. And it'll just slip on. This one's got a little bit of burr on it still in there. Run your set screw in. Boom. Let's thread this into a spark plug. You can check to see where your piston's at. Alright, thanks guys for watching. Appreciate the views.